more from you. Today your day, E. Today your day. Let's go, Robo. Let's go, Robo. Yeah, there you go. Let me see you explode. There we go. Good job, Robo. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. In control.
Marcus Thomas of Bridging the Gap. We're here wrapping up our Bridging the Gap mentoring, partner with MVP. Basically, what mentoring means to me, just growing up in this area, I grew up like literally right around the corner, and I always, even in college, I wanted to come back and give back. A guy named Jondell Cardi, he came back when I was younger, when I was about 11 years old, 12 years old, and he gave back. And just seeing someone that made it to the NFL, that took their time to come back, that always spoke numbers to me, and I always told myself that if I was to ever do anything special within the game of football, that I'd definitely come back and give back, and that's what we're doing right now. Basically, the blueprint of the program is bridging the gap. We want to bridge the gap between parents and kids, but not only parents and kids, but also kids and coaches, as well as the community and the community and the students. So we want these kids to have a sense of pride in their community. Is why we do it.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Eric Burns. I'm the director of football for MVP, Mentoring Valuable Proteges Football. And pretty much today, we just got done with our last program, partnered up with Bridging the Gap. And we got about 10, 12 kids out here today, and pretty much we just worked them out. And today, I'm just gonna talk about what mentoring is to me. Pretty much, just watching the kids get better when we come out here. We see them from the time we got them day one and how they are now. We getting these guys off the street. Some guys who might not have had an option. Some guys that might have been on their way to jail. Some guys might have been, on their way to, just making some bad decisions, drugs, street-related stuff, man. Now we give them something else to do. We give back, we keep them off the street. I think it means a lot to me, coming from the south side of Chicago.
Coach Hector Clavijo, the head football coach at the North Miami Fire. We are a travel 5-on-5 flag football program. It consists of some of the most elite athletes in Miami-Dade and Broward County. The goal of the program is to essentially be the best flag football program in the country. This is an opportunity for me to take 7, 8, 10 guys and really focus on their fundamentals, focus on their route running, focus on their man-to-man skills, focus on a lot of things that is very difficult to cover in 11-on-11 tackle football, especially in the county. It's very competitive and teams just want to win. And I understand that, and it's great, but sometimes a lot of kids get left behind when it comes down to learning the basics. I get a lot of kids that don't know how to run a proper comeback route, how to run a proper in or out route. Anybody can run the fly route just if you're fast, but it's the little things that create space. It's how to become the next Wes Welker. It's very hard to be the next Calvin Johnson and be 6'6", run a 4.3, but the Wes Welkers of the world, the Danny Amendolas, the Jarvis Landrys, those guys are the ones that are much more fundamentally sound and can create a lot with being average height, not being the Megatrons. So that's something that I just want to give back. I think it's all about the kids. It's not about me. It's not about, my name. It's all about the kids' names.
Okay, I want to thank Coach Hector and mentoring valuable proteges for the opportunity of giving the children to be out here and compete and perform. And I believe it's a great opportunity that they give back to the youth and keeps them off the streets, gives them an opportunity to focus on something as a team and improve on a day-to-day, improve not only as players but as young men as we let them go into society. So it's a great community project they have going on here. It's been nothing but a great experience, and I hope it continues, and I look forward to being a part of it going forward.
I'm Christopher Fuzine. I'm in 10th grade. I go to Dr. Michael Crump. And
grade point averages.
Grade point averages is 2.5.
And my favorite subject
My favorite subject is math and reading.
What are the subjects that you struggle with?
Social studies and science.
Give me your earliest recollection of playing organized football.
My earliest, I played Optimist at NMB for the North Miami Sun Devils, and I played there my whole life.
Who's your favorite professional football team?
Favorite Miami Dolphins, because I live in Miami.
Who's your favorite football player of all time?
Favorite football, Patrick Peterson, because he's from Florida.
How did you meet Coach Marcus Thomas?
I met Coach on Twitter. I seen his bio and I was interested in working out, getting better.
It's Gary Sanchez, owner of Extreme Performance.
Talk a little bit about Extreme Performance.
What we do at Extreme Performance is more like we prepare athletes for the next level. Starting from the Optimist to high school, from high school to college, from college to the NFL. Depending on their skill set, we work on basically anything that they are deficient on. Rather than just working on what they're great at, let's work on what they're not great at.
What inspired you into that career path, Gary?
I've been doing this for about 14 years. My mom was a professional bodybuilder. I've been in the fitness industry all my life. It's pretty much all I know. Before that, I was a fireman, I was a medic, nurse, and I was always intrigued at how the body always worked. And from the inside, other than just always worrying about how you look on the outside. You might look great on the outside, sometimes what is on the inside is not that great.
Great. You've been coaching football for quite a few years. Talk about the places that you've coached and a little bit about how your coaching experience has impacted your career as leader for Extreme Performance.
Well, where I started was at Hialeah High School. I started there, I did about 3 years there, and then I left and I went to Miramar High School. We did about another 6 years there. The most important part was not just the coaching part. It's a lot of these young athletes are looking for mentors. They're looking for, you know, father figures, guys that can actually give them life lessons rather than just football. Some of these kids are they're extremely talented. The only problem is that they have nobody to mentor them or help them out or teach them that it's just not all about football. Not every kid's gonna make it to that professional level, you know. So basically, as coaches, we try to teach them more about life lessons, you know, being disciplined, being on time, even being on time in practice. That's something that you would have to relay into the real world, you know.
Marcel, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Marcel Anders. I'm the CEO of Yoga Exhalation, and I've been working with the football players here the last 4 weeks.
Talk a little about Yoga Exhalation and what inspired you to take this position in the field of yoga.
I've been studying yoga and meditation basically all my life, and since about 15 years this is my main profession. And I see that in the field of yoga there's a lot of misunderstanding. Most people think about yoga that's like pretzeling yourself up and so everything is calm and quiet and whatever, and that it's a really hands-on way to improve your life or your daily skills. Most people really don't understand. That's why I formed my company, to show people that it's much more than just a girls' sport, that it's a really amazing technique or system to build strength, to build concentration, to let go of stress, etc., etc. So that's why I formed this company. And we focus mainly on working with athletes, because we see that in the field of athletes there's a huge demand for practices that help to prevent injury, to make sure that the stress of an athlete doesn't take over. Right?
Marcus, as a former athlete, football player, talk a little bit about the benefits of yoga and why you decided to incorporate yoga into the BTG football curriculum.
First thing, everything flexibility. We always stretch before practice, stretch after practice. I think now when you can incorporate stretching and breathing, and then you add in the extra core work that we get, I feel like it's a no-brainer. It's something that you're going to do in college. It's something that I did during the summers. I want to say 3 of the 4 summers I was in school, we had yoga instructors there. And just for me coming off injuries, I was coming off injuries, and it was definitely beneficial. Just to strengthen joints that you would never think you would be able to strengthen. And just to get these guys doing it early. You know, most of these guys are going to go and play at the next level. So I think being able to get them doing it now. So now when they get to yoga class, it won't be, you know, so mind-blowing for them like it was for myself.
Gary, as a coordinator and developer with your business, Extreme Performance, talk about yoga and how it fits into the overall development of a student athlete.
Well, it allows you to have more flexibility, more mobility. Like Coach said, it's more of a preventative care. You know, you're kind of taking care of your body. The regeneration of it is the key. A lot of kids, you know, we preach work hard, but we don't give any time to regenerate our body, regenerate. So this is excellent. This is the best thing. It is important to start right now, because then it's not a big shock to you when you get to the college level. You're like, man, what is this? It's great.
Good afternoon. My name is Jason Gillum Alexander, founder and CEO for Mentoring Valuable Proteges, Inc. We're here today at our MVP BTG Football Skill Development Program. The purpose of the program is to deliver skill development for young people in the sport of football. What we're trying to do is give them the athletic component, the athletic training, the athletic savvy. We're supporting the athletics with training in career development, academics, health and wellness, and leadership. I'd like to thank our sponsors for the program, Corey Legit, former Illinois football player and currently San Diego Charger interior lineman. I'd like to thank Under Armour for donating product, clothing, athletic wear for the training programs. I'd like to thank Gatorade for donating drinks to the program. We'd like to thank the Miami Dolphins for providing the support of the program. We'd like to thank the City of Miami Gardens and the Betty T. Ferguson Recreation Center for allowing us to use the field. We'd like to thank Zoid for providing the training utensils, particularly on the footwork development. We'd like to thank the Skills brand for providing additional athletic speed and agility paraphernalia to get the job done. We'd like to thank What If Productions for filming and recording and packaging of our brands. We'd like to thank Extreme Fitness and Performance. They're a partner in our football program. I'd like to thank the board members for MVP for their continued support of our mission. To locate MVP on the internet in the World Wide Web, you can find us at www.mvpinc.org.
Música